Welcome back, guys. We got the new gen.
I'm hoping a fuse board fits, to be honest.
Me and Luke are on the gym game.
It looks like you're recording with a potato, but...
Mate. Oh, my knees. Too old for this.
Morning guys, welcome back. Me and Luke here today. We've got a small Hypervolt install to do. Fuse board's in a bit of an interesting place, so I'll show you that and see what we're going to do with it. The oil pipe's not bonded. I've not really dealt with oil for heating much, so we're going to run a 10mm bond round to that in some conduit. But it's got like a PVC coating on the outside, and as it enters the house, it's obviously stripped down to the copper. So yeah, let me know what you do in that situation. I mean, I think it's a good idea to run one round for it, and then even if it's not used, it's there, but I think we're going to connect it. And also, I did see online that they're only like a small little 10mm pipe, so some people use bare copper P-clips to go around with a bonding label, but I might just pop, where it goes into the house, pop in and see if there's something inside I can get the bonding clamp on. If we finish a little bit early, there's a fault with the front gates to the house, so we'll have a little investigation on that. Hopefully it's a good little day, and might find some surprises along the way. So we'll be able to drop the cable tongue down or up for the bonding.
Yeah. Just
drill a hole in there. Might even, well, should be able to drop straight down the void for the car charger.
Hypervolts, so can they?
Huh?
They can't come in the back from the Hypervolts, can they?
No, that's the only problem.
So
You have to come out and bend up and in.
Yeah.
It might be worth not using the data cable out of the EV Ultra and just running a separate one from the Hypervolt through this void, because it's going to clip straight onto these tails, isn't it? They just want the Hypervolt to the side, hidden from the driveway. Fuse board's actually in this cupboard in the front porch outside. So if you open this little door, and I actually come here previously and that board's maxed out, so what I'm going to have to do is cut all this wood out. They'll have to have a bigger door fitted on, and we're going to stick a new fuse board in the gap that's there, drop some new tails down to a Henley block in the meter cupboard, new cable down for the car charger, and then also we'll fit an MET and we can drop down the void and then get through the conduit for our bonding. So yeah, it's not ideal, but at least it's all sort of in a bit of a local place, so we'll see how we get on with it. At least, I mean, I'm hoping the fuse board fits, to be honest. Oh, actually, big chunk of wood there. The existing door's quite small and you can only get to the original fuse board, so I've just drawn it a bit bigger. There's a big chunk of timber all around the edge where it's obviously screwed to, so I can only go to there, but hopefully with that cut we can get our fuse board in, make it all off nice, and then they'll just have to make a new door up to put on here. So while I cut this out, I'll get Luke just marking the charger up. Alright, so I've managed to open this up. I thought there was a void straight down to that, but that brick wall goes all the way up, so hopefully we can drill a hole through that brick on the back, access the void, and at least there's no cables on show, it'll just be coming all through the back of the board. A little bit more, but it'll look neater in the end. Okay, so if you can see these pencil marks I've done, that's the outline of the board. It literally just fits in there, but we got this pyro which ain't gonna move, so what we're gonna do, I think, is stick a bit of batten down here, bit of batten down here. We'll mount it slightly sitting forward, drill a hole in the back to get into the void. That's literally the only space the board's gonna fit, so we'll just have to make it work. That's a different, it's usually grey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
This must be like
New generation.
3.0. Hypervolt Future.
Welcome back, guys. We got the new gen.
What do I need? Batten. Just a little tip for any apprentices: if you're ever screwing batten to the wall, just drill a little pilot hole with a bit sort of the size of your screw, because if you screw that straight in, it usually just splits the wood. So if you drill a hole through first, then you can mark SDS your wall behind, and then your screw will just sort of screw that to wall. But yeah, it might help you along the way. Right, another one of them.
What, you reckon you're honestly going to be able to get that through the wall, that void?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you didn't work for Artisan.
No, I believe in you. I have hope and faith in you.
Believe in me, you're doing it.
I have hope and faith. Shout out to Tom at BW for stitching me up and taping us up as much. Oh,
Oh, mate, if you said shout out to Tom at BW, you'd love it. Tom, when are you going to get a coffee machine in BW? He hates it when I say that to him. Grommet strip next to the cow. I always like to put a bit of glue on it, just so it doesn't come off when you're pushing the cables through. There's nothing worse than when you're pulling cables through and your grommet strip starts falling off. So yeah, it's always good to just keep a bit of glue on the van.
Still don't get how you're going to get this. I don't know what you're thinking.
What do you mean?
There's no void.
There's a void.
There's not.
Look.
Wood butts on to this.
Yeah, we go behind that brick.
But
Behind that brick. No, one brick.
Is it one?
Look. You always have a brick, a void, and then another brick, don't you? Look.
Right. I see, said the
And
blind.
look, if it's easier, we could do a square there, get all our cables up there, so straight, and then do one in the side and out and in. Come on, have some faith.
I have faith in you.
I reckon if we cut a square out like that, we'll chuck the tails up, also chuck the EV Ultra up, square there as well, and then our EV Ultra can go from there into here. Just going to stick the ferret up because we're hitting something in the cavity, so hopefully we can hopefully we can see what's up in the void that we're hitting.
Yeah, it's a membrane bit straight away there.
Yeah, so we've broke through that.
I reckon there's a second one higher up. It looks like you're recording with a potato, but...
No, that membrane is literally the one right above here.
Yeah.
Looks like a bit of batten. Right there. Yeah, look. They've cut
made
through it.
Channel.
Oh, that mucks all our plans up. Why? Why would you even stick that in? It's a void. Why would you need a batten inside it? I think it's just that, isn't it?
It's like felt. So the insulation starts there.
Is that more?
To there.
Oh yeah, so maybe it's just this bit we're getting caught on.
Yes.
I can see you moving.
That's enough to go in there, and it as a drawer. Sorry, I didn't do my Peloton this morning.
It is true. They do say the camera puts £10 or 10 stone in my case.
Yeah, a little bit of earth cable,
It
mate.
worked. There you go.
Right, so now we take this on. I'll pull it down, then we can take the cable and pull it back up. So we finally got through the void. Had to end up making up a little rod with a bit of cable, and then Luke could find it, but there was just a bit of thick membrane in between, so managed to break through that. Taping the cable tongue on, pull that back down, tie our cables back on, and we've got a draw wire on just so we can make the board off, and then we've got draw wire ready for the bonding to go up. What's that saying Jordan says? The is it Danish or
Dutch? That's the same thing. Danish, Dutch. I have no idea.
what was it?
I don't know.
You watched your video last night, mate. You said you watched it in bed.
If you was with him, so that's it.
It's probably the EV Ultra, isn't it?
Yeah. Keep that. That's it.
Ah, got there in the end. Super odd, send me a new one. This one's seen better days. I know Jordan done this as tool of the day, I think in the last video that come out, well, this will probably come out in a couple of weeks, but literally, if you haven't got a cable tongue, I definitely recommend them. I mean, we've literally just drilled a hole down here for the bonding to come out, up the cavity, and managed to get into the meter box first time, so it's saved us ages. So yeah, for the sake of what, 5-10 quid, so handy. Right, we don't want to open the hole up too big on this side because when the cable comes out we want it to look quite neat. So instead of the cable tongue, chucked through a bit of singles, strip this down, we'll tie them on, and then that should pull around that bend a bit easier. Right, so a bit of a struggle, finally got the cables all up there. Luke's just second fixing the charger. So once he's done that, I'll get him to look at starting doing some of the conduit around for the oil pipe. It is a TT, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 16mm out of the original fuse board, stick an MET below, then our 10mm for the oil can go into the MET, and I'll take another 16mm to our new board because there's not actually a MET in the meter cupboard, it all just comes straight up to the house board. And then once all that's done, I can find a nice sort of time with the customer to power down and fit the Henley block. So I'll get this mounted and then I'll give you an update in a bit.
Good job on Jim this morning.
Pretty average. I want to do a ZE so I know the reading's okay. And I need to take a 16mm from here and put an MET down here. What's the ZS, Luke? Luke? Where's Ruben when you need him? 31 ohm on a TT, so it's good for me. Right guys, this is all wired. I'm just going to stick some fire seal around where all the grommet strip is and the cables entering the board. Luke's second fix a car charger, so we're going to go grab a sausage roll from Dorrington's maybe down the road, and then when I come back we'll fit the Henley block and we can look at the bonding. Go have a bite to eat and I'll see you in a bit. All the way along here. Yeah, either come out the end if we can try get clamp around that. I'd rather do that than go inside because the oil tank's there.
Yeah.
Pipe goes under. You can see it's got like a PVC outer sheath, but then it goes to copper inside. So I've never really worked with oil before, but I'd imagine it needs bonding.
What did you say goes in the end of this one?
Don't worry about that yet. Just start doing the straight.
Yeah, but at the end one, just ham the pipe right up.
Yeah. So before,
Just
stop it wherever
Cool.
looks good. Stick that on the end, and then a stuffing gland. So I'm gonna turn the power off, get the Henley block mounted in a meter cupboard. Luke's gonna start getting the conduit round for the bonding. So yeah, we'll crack on for a bit and see how that goes, and hopefully Luke can tell you how he's going to get on with the conduit.
Mate, are you running? Okay, so while Lee's working the meter cupboards, I've come round this side of the house where this is the incoming pipe for the oil, which we've got to earth it. So yeah, I'm going to start running the conduit around the side of the house all the way back to the meter cupboard and just clip it onto the brick wall of the house.
Stuck the Henley block up here. Tails have already been upgraded to the meter, so I've fed from the meter to the Henley block up to my board, Henley block up to the existing board. We've got our cable coming down here. I might stick a bit of metal band around that so it comes down the void into the car charger. So now I've just got to second fix the CT and clip it round the live going into the Henley block, so it picks up the current from the house board as well as our own board. I'm neating all this up and I'll go give Luke a hand. Alright guys, so that's the board all second fixed. Labelled it up and tested it. Only just fit in there, I had to sort of work around the cables that was already there and just batten it off a bit. So yeah, that's all done. Nice that we got it all sort of hidden in the walls. Still got to stick the holster on and just tidy that up a bit. But yeah, it's turned out quite well. So I think that stuff's done in the cupboard. Just close this. Cool.
What?
I was waiting for you to kick off.
Why?
Because I was just standing creeping around the corner.
I thought it was a bit quiet.
Did you cut that to size?
Yeah, there's a little bit there.
Thought that just fell perfectly.
Naturally.
So I'm just going to see if this bonding clamp fits on this pipe. I'm not going to over tighten it because obviously it's got oil going through it, but I want to get it so it's not wiggling about and sort of firm, and then hopefully we can come round and just clamp onto there. But yeah, like I say, I've not done an oil pipe before, so let me know in the comments how you'd usually do it and if I'm doing anything wrong or you suggest I do different. So I got some solvent cement. I'm just going to screw stuffing gland onto the end of a coupler. Put some solvent cement just inside so it don't come off the conduit. And then we'll stick that on there. And then literally our earth can just come out the stuffing gland, little loop, and we'll stick that onto our bonding clamp. But yeah, like I say, it'd be interesting to see how other people usually bond these or if they bond them at all.
Oh, my knees. Too old for this.
The rubber gasket underneath, and if you can screw the lids on, I'll put the lug on the end. Then it'll be done in half the time. Someone online will probably moan about it, but not done too bad, I don't think. Okay, so I had a little dilemma that I messaged Jordan with just to double check, and he found a little article on Professional Electrician magazine. So basically the house fuse board has a 100 milliamp time delayed RCD because it's on a TT, but then it has separate RCDs for all the circuits, and it's a plastic board, whereas R1, we've come off the Henley block, so it's before their 100 milliamp RCD, and we've got a metal enclosure, so our tails aren't actually covered by that. So I just sent him a quick video just saying, look, this is the materials we've got, this is what we've done, what's your thoughts on it? So he found this article, and it says, do you need to install an RCD on a TT installation before a metal consumer unit if all outgoing submain and final circuits are RCD or RCBO protected? And it's saying basically, if your tails are double insulated all the way into the main switch, then it doesn't need a front end RCD. So I'm happy that, I mean, it's literally from here to there, they're double insulated all the way, they're in straight into the main switch, and they've got a tail clamp around them. What are your guys' thoughts on it? Just leave some comments below, and hopefully have a little discussion and see a few different opinions and what people do differently. But seems okay with what we've done, but yeah, it'd just be good to double check with a few people. Alright guys, thanks for watching. So as you can see, some jobs that look simple aren't always as they seem on the surface. We had quite a bit of problems just getting through the cavity, but just a bit of hard work, you get there in the end. So yeah, don't give up on what you're doing, just try different things and you'll get there. But yeah, we're just going to go to another job now, but yeah, hopefully there's a few different things on this one that you might find interesting, and we'll catch you next time.